During season 1 of the revival of Doctor Who, there was lots of unique monsters and villains and aliens. But I think one species of aliens within this series that stands among the many, and no, it's not the Sylvine, is the Reapers. The Reaper's first and only televised appearance was in Series 1 in the episode of Father's Day. And for maybe people that are still unfamiliar and need their mind a little bit jogged, this is what one of them did in the episode.
I'm the oldest thing in here.
Gobble gobble if I do say so myself. But the episode of Father's Day is widely considered as one of the best new Who Doctor Who episodes and just a great episode of TV in general. Of course, this goes without saying, this is mainly down to the character development and what's actually written within the episode, but partly of that is these monsters, the Reapers. According to the good old trusty and reliable TARDIS wiki itself, Reapers, named as such by the Time Lords, were beings linked to time itself. They searched for temporal paradoxes. If the balance of time was disrupted, they'd be drawn out in force to remove the offending element. And of course, with such an exciting premise like that, and the idea of them appearing during temporal paradoxes, and in a show like Doctor Who, where paradoxes are a pretty big thing, you would expect to see them a lot after Father's Day. But absolutely nothing. On TV at least, we haven't seen the Reapers appear once since Father's Day. Not once. And since the episode Father's Day, there has been a lot of paradoxes, more to mention. So ultimately, what happened to Doctor Who's The Reapers? Well, within Doctor Who's canon and expanded media, we really haven't seen much of the Reapers, with very few mentions. But I'm going to read to you some of the stuff that we do know about the Reapers and other appearances they've had in the show since Father's Day. And even looking at their expanded media appearances, for such interesting characters and creatures, they really don't have much to go off of. The TARDIS was attacked by the Reapers when the 4th Doctor was travelling back to Earth. When the Doctor was attacked by Lilith and her monsters, he allowed the Reapers to enter the TARDIS to devour them. The Reapers then left the TARDIS after eating the Carrionites. See, there really just isn't much to go off of. As a huge Doctor Who fan, but especially of Series 1 of Doctor Who, the Reapers are some of my favourite creatures that we have ever seen in the show. They've got such an interesting design and interesting characterization, and can do some very interesting things. I mean, damn, even their character options toy figure range created a Reaper, and it was one of the coolest ones out of them all. I mean, damn, look at this thing, it's beautiful. So to see the Reapers being pushed aside, not only in the televised show itself, not appearing once since Father's Day, but also expanded media seen as expanded media covers everything, is pretty hard to see. The Reaper's only other Doctor Who appearance within expanded media, which includes Big Finish, all the audio stuff, the books, is one sole comic book, The 4th Doctor. And for me, the story is pretty lackluster. It's sort of a chase with the Reapers, and kind of misses what makes the Reapers really great. But there is some great art in this comic. And to be fair to it, its main focus wasn't on the Reapers were just kind of there. So that is all their Doctor Who appearances, but ultimately, what happens to them? Well, in the real world for Doctor Who, these creatures simply can't show up every time there is a paradox. Paradoxes appear so often in the show, these would practically be in every other episode of some kind. So logistically, it makes sense why they're not coming back. If they come back for a random episode where there's just a random paradox, but they don't come back for any of the other hundreds of really serious ones, it kind of ruins it. Within the episode, they speak about how the Time Lords usually keep this thing under wrap, how the Reapers don't really appear that much because the Time Lords managed to keep a lid on everything. But since the Time War, they've let things slip, of course. So my personal thoughts on what happens to the Reapers is, I think in the Doctor's spare time, whenever he gets that, he keeps a lid on this type of thing from happening, stopping the Reapers from going out there, causing mayhem, and stopping situations like that from ever happening in the first place. Of course, the Time Lords and Gallifrey just in general can't keep a wrap on this type of thing, because since them being brought back after the Time War, Gallifrey's been destroyed again. But also, due to the circumstances of how the Reapers appeared in this episode, and under the context of what paradox they appeared in, technically within the show, we haven't seen exact similar events like it, so they get off on kind of a technicality there. I did want to mention that because I know someone would, but I still think this is a pretty lame excuse.
Go to it. Quick.
Like, the Reapers appeared in one of the best episodes of Doctor Who ever, and such a great episode of TV, and to see that they haven't been utilised whatsoever is pretty disappointing. And of course, it's pretty obvious why they haven't, right? The writers have decided that maybe doing this for every type of paradox like this isn't a good idea for the show, which is about time travel, but paradoxes do happen quite frequently. But I do have a few things that I want to read from other people's theories and headcanons about this, because this is an openly discussed thing. The best answer I ever heard is to think of Reapers like lions. Just because you have an antelope carcass lying around, around doesn't mean you're going to get a line attack, but you might. It just depends on if they happen to catch wind of you or not. Same story with the Reapers and Paradox. I kind of like this answer that they pick and choose, and that they maybe have a bit of foresight into how certain paradoxes would get solved, so they can see if they're actually useful there and need to be there or not. But what are your thoughts about all of this? Have you got any headcanons about the Reapers, and do you like the Reapers? Comment all that down below, and whilst you're down there, you might as well smash that subscribe button and leave a like. But I've been your host Samuel, and I will catch you in the next Doctor Who related video.